Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What is going on, everybody? Hey, this is your boy JC from JC Sports Talk, and I am with my guy right here, man. Like over a year ago, I had him on the channel before week two matchup versus the 49ers, and guess what? I had to bring him back on again before the NFC Championship. How are you doing, my brother? How are you doing? What's up, man?
Yeah, times go by fast, man. Last year, I was on your show, and look at you now, man. You're grinding. You're consistently putting the work in. I got to give credit where it's due, man. Like, when you first started off, dude, you were, like, in a smaller level. Now you're moving up, bro. I'm proud of you.
Hey, man, appreciate you, man. Thank you very much, man. And you doing some awesome work yourself, man. But, yo, look, before we get into the grind, the meat and potatoes, and we stop being nice to each other for at least an hour, you know what I mean? Let's get into the injury report first, you know. But what I have for the Philadelphia Eagles, pretty much is a whole bunch of rest, rest, limited practice, nothing really serious, especially last week, after we demolished the New York Little Giants. We had plenty of time to rest in the fourth quarter. So nobody came out of there with no new injuries. So that's pretty good. So how is your side looking like?
Yeah, if you check out the injury report, McCaffrey, they're just going easy on him. They're going to be cautious with him a little bit. Elijah Mitchell, from all the injury reports, from what I'm told, they are all expected to play. I don't know about Jimmy Garoppolo. There's a 50-50 chance he'll even be in the bench. So I don't know if he's going to play. Ambry Thomas, he's kind of always been inactive lately. So I think him being limited is like, it is what it is. So Debo's going to be good to go. Elijah and Christian McCaffrey, whatever the injury report is, Shanahan made the press conference that those guys are going to be all expected to play.
All right, so hey, real quick though. So will not practice. Groin, calf. Is that a little concerning that both of your running backs are dealing with, lower body type issues, and had not practiced all week? Are you sure you're going to just throw them out there on Sunday and be able to test whatever they have going on?
You may think it seems like a concern with the way their body is, but if you rest them a little bit, their body should be more fresher. Like, why even get all the practice in if they want to get to the big games? I mean, I've seen how Shanahan's been able to handle the players like McCaffrey. He's been limited at times. Elijah Mitchell, they're being cautious with him because he was injured 2 times this season. So I think the way they're handling the situation with him is like better than expected. I mean, yeah, it may be concerning, but if you got your players healthy, why not just let them rest up like Veterans Day and let them play? Like, you're doing exactly with the same players. I mean, why risk it?
Yeah. And one thing I did see versus the Dallas Cowboy game was Christian McCaffrey. He had this big old thing wrap around his calf, kept on trying to stretch it. So I'm hoping there's nothing really wrong with him, that he will be able to go. You know what I mean? So the last thing I want is, injury or anything like that, because you know how excuses start popping up. These are the two best teams, number one, number two, however way you want to slice it. You know what I mean? This is it. It's the two best teams. It was meant to be. You know what I mean? It was meant to be. So before we go on, hey, shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. Prince, what's up, Prince? I love your Eagles logo, by the way, Prince. As a matter of fact, he's a Giants fan, but he made a bet with somebody, and he had to change his logo to an Eagles logo. So, hey, he's a Giants fan up in here. What's up, King? What's up, man? Jenks, what's going on? What's up, Daniel? What's up? What's up, Queen? EC, what's up, man? Hey, but look. So let's all right, before we jump into the predictions and breakdowns and stuff like that, coming into this season, what was your expectations for your 49ers?
Expectation was I wanted to see what Trey Lance could do, man. Like, I just love what he did in practice, and I thought the potential was off the roof. I thought, hey, we could win 12 games with Trey Lance getting that opportunity, but the injuries have been pretty much whatever. My expectation was when we lost the NFC Championship to the Rams, I thought we were built to come back from the conference, and some people said you guys don't come back the same after a loss in your conference, and I said we can win 12 games and maybe get back to the conference. I wasn't thinking ahead of like most Cowboy fans would say we're going to the Super Bowl. No, I said we'll take it one game at a time.
Oh wow! So you did have high expectations for your team coming into the season, regardless to who was that quarterback. Though, like, look, Trey Lance is one thing, Jimmy G is one thing, but Brock Purdy, man. I mean, where does this guy come from, man? Like, what do you know about him, man? Like, do you see him? Depending how far he takes your team, do you see him as possibly the future for the 49ers?
That's a great question. Like, if you would have told me a couple months ago that this guy was going to lead us to the conference championship, I would have told you, man, stop it. Stop joking, man. Like, seriously, I didn't know too much about him then, but when I was watching college football like a couple years back, I remember this kid gave us some tough times as a Sooners fan. He was a thorn in the, you know what, man, that guy was, man, I just couldn't stand the fact he was killing us, like killing my Sooners at times. But when I watched him, I was surprised he slid in the draft. I'm like, he could have at least been a 5th round, at least a little higher. But I'm glad we got him.
I never really heard of him though. Like, I really never heard of him. I know that he's Mr. Irrelevant. Like, he was the last pick in last year's draft, right? Or 2 years ago? Was it last year's draft?
Last year's draft. But what made him so interesting was, like, I've seen him play in the Big 12 because I watch Oklahoma football and I watch the Sooners, and I've seen this guy give us some problems. The previous years, he's always had his big games against Oklahoma, but there's this classic game where Jalen Hurts and him battle it out and they put up some crazy numbers. Are we looking at possible a great matchup? It's possible. Those two guys are no strangers.
And for some odd reason, I heard today that the Philadelphia Eagles have 2 coaches on their staff that actually coached Purdy when he was in Iowa State, whatever. I think Iowa State was. Yes, so they have 2 coaches, and I didn't even know that today. Until today, when I was watching, I think Good Morning Football, right? They were saying it, and I was like, wow. I mean, if anybody knows this guy, it's those 2 coaches that was with him throughout his college years. So I'm kind of intrigued by that, how this whole matchup, how much secrets, are they going to tell him his strength, his weaknesses? Because nobody knows where Brock Purdy came from. I'm not going to say it and say, wow, man, yeah, this guy is it. I still don't think he's it. Like, honestly, what did you see last week versus the Dallas Cowboys that you say, wow, he can be our future, and now we need somebody better than that?
Well, what I saw from that Cowboys game was the game wasn't too big for him. He didn't need to put up the flashy stats. I mean, the previous game, he did blew the brakes out of Seattle with those passing yards and all that stuff, but it kind of showed the gritty of him. Like, he didn't need to put all the like the number wise, the defense did the job, the team did their part. He made the important passes that needed to happen, and that's all that we could ask for. Think of Jimmy G with lesser mistakes, a little mobile, little mobile.
G, really?
Just think of him as a little mobile and a little mistake. He's got a little bit like how Jimmy plays, but just more of a lesser mistaker version. He can run too.
See, watching him, man, like, I think that he is, like, he's trying to do too much sometimes, and so far, he has not paid for it. Nobody has made him pay for it. So watching that game against the Dallas Cowboys, I mean, there's a couple of interceptions that should have been happening, but nobody is making them pay for it. So now I started looking at it, everybody think that this guy is this, untouchable quarterback. You know what I mean? And we definitely about to see what he is made out of, because this upcoming Sunday, in my opinion, will be a bigger challenge for him than against the Dallas Cowboys, especially when the Philadelphia Eagles lead the NFL with 70 sacks, 5 last week, so 75 total. So what are your thoughts with that? Is he going to be able to once he start getting hit? Because watching him, he got sacked like twice, I think, this past week. Do you feel like this guy could get rattled, and then you really gonna start seeing the rookie that he really is?
I've seen a couple of games where people were saying, yeah, once he gets hit, he's going to feel the rattle. I've seen him getting hit, and I don't see him flinching one bit, dude. Like, I would have just thought maybe at some point he would rattle, but, man, I was critical of him. I'm still thinking that even if he wins this game, I'm not fully convinced that he's even the guy. I still would want to give it a QB competition, but, hey, this is how he can shut me up. Win the Super Bowl. You win the Super Bowl. Your job is yours.
Well, Jimmy G didn't win you the Super Bowl. But Jimmy G didn't win you the Super Bowl, though. But Jimmy G did not even win you the Super Bowl, and he was assumed to be the guy. So how you going to say, hey, win the Super Bowl and the job is yours when he will be the first rookie to actually, win 3 games to actually bring you to the Super Bowl? I mean, that's a tough task.
It's a tough task, but I have that standard, bro. It's a 49er way, bro. We have to have that Super Bowl mentality, bro. I don't care if you gone to the Super Bowl. If you win it, kid, there is no way in hell nobody's gonna take a job. I mean, I like what I've seen from him, but let's not ignore the fact it's gonna be a second season. There's gonna be film on this kid, so you can't just okay. I'm going to give the keys to the kid that did a good job, but I want to give the keys to a guy who's winning me by Super Bowl. Kid.
All right, but you say Super Bowl. One last time, hey, y'all won a Super Bowl. I'm curious.
No, but that's a standard. That's a standard. I come from the old school way, bro. It's Super Bowl or nothing, bro. I don't care how far. I've seen Kaepernick do this. I've seen Jimmy G do it, bro. I don't want to go with this second place, third place mentality, bro. No. I watched the Super Bowl in '94. That was the last time I seen my team.
Right? Damn.
I come from the old school way, bro. We don't come with losing mentality. But
damn, that long? Wow.
Yeah, he definitely makes a strong case from what he's looking like. All right, he definitely makes a strong case, but I want him to earn it, and he's doing a good job. So wait. I mean, to answer Paul Third, bro, I can't have any super chat right now because of my channel suspended, bro. Can't. A lot of stuff been going on with my main channel and a lot of stuff, dude. So it's a lot to do with the censor stuff and all this stuff. It's okay. I don't need the money.
Okay. All right. So I appreciate all y'all that's tuning in, man. D. Aldridge, Paul, Boats, Tia, But look, all right, so now let's go into this right here, all right? Position by position, because everybody is talking about, I see some 49ers, on Twitter, and they say nobody is giving us a shot. I don't know who's not giving them a shot, because I think that, it's almost either 60-40 or 40 or 50-50. A lot of people got the 49ers, only because it's a 2.5 a point spread. Usually the home team get what? 3. The home team usually get 3. The Philadelphia Eagles are 2.5. That's a point spread. To me, that's saying that's a pick'em game. So what do you think about this whole, y'all don't have a chance and the point spread being the way it is? I mean, what does that tell you? I mean, do they really know who's going to win this game?
Everybody's already talking about this is the Philadelphia Eagles' chance. They're already handing you guys the key. They're handing you the title.
Who's everybody, though?
I mean, the entire media. The entire media. They're all over. I'm telling you, dude, Shady McCoy's overthinking you guys. I mean, overthinking.
Well, he's an Eagle. He's an Eagle.
But Skip Bayless and everybody else, even the media. Everybody, dude, that's all I've seen is, the Eagles are going in, dude. You know what? That's fine. You guys are the favorites because this is the underdog. Remember what happened in 2017 with your guys' squad, right? You guys had a
whoa. No. That was totally different. We were the number 1 seed. We were the number 1 seed at home. Matter of fact, we was the only number 1 seed in NFL history to be an underdog in every game we played that Super Bowl. Y'all have the number 1 seed. Y'all don't have the home field advantage throughout. You know what I mean?
But I'm just saying, like, the way they were writing you guys off with your quarterback is what I'm saying. There's a difference. Like, you're right. You guys had the number one seed throughout the playoffs, but they were writing you off with Nick Foles. They are writing us off with Brock Purdy, third string quarterback. They're saying he's going to have his moment. We haven't seen it. We don't even know if we're going to see it. But if the Eagles can do their job, like you just said, they got a coaching staff from Iowa State. So maybe there's a little bit of an advantage. Yeah, two of them is what I'm saying. Maybe there's a little bit of advantage. But a lot of you fans from the comments, bro, Brock Purdy does not show no signs of fear, bro. He plays with a different attitude, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I can't even think of a quarterback that I have not seen since Jeff Garcia. Jeff Garcia had that fearless mentality. Like, Brock Purdy has something that I can't hate about. The moxie, the poise. Like I can't even, like, think of a quarterback like that. Like, Steve Young was the last quarterback we've ever had to win a Super Bowl. So that's the furthest I can go to, like, the poise. But nah, he kind of gives me a little bit of the Jeff Garcia.
Yeah, we had Jeff Garcia also, and he was known to throw some interception at the wrong time. But we'll see if Brock Purdy could do what Steve Young was the last, quarterback to do for y'all. But I do want to read this comment though, because I've been seeing this a lot, and the misinformation out there is ridiculous, right? Especially for some big YouTubers. I think his name is Jesse something, right?
Jesse Naylor, Last Second Sport.
I think so. But he put up this tweet, which kind of like, kind of rattled a lot of people, right? Because, and I'm pretty sure that's where Paul got his information from. We Eagle fans, we badass. We had 70 sacks, 62% of their sacks against the NFC East and Saints. Titans bottom of the league O-line. What they have as efficient not playing those 5 teams hard facts. That's a whole bunch of horse shit. Because look, sacks are sacks. I mean, last time I checked, these are NFL teams. And then the last time I checked, the Cardinals, half y'all sacks came against the Cardinals, which is a bottom team in the NFL. But nobody want to say that. But they want to poo-poo on 70 sacks. This hasn't happened since in 36 years. 36 years. And every season, there's the same bad teams throughout the whole NFL. But nobody has done it in 36 freaking years. The Eagles have 4 guys in double-digit sacks. Never been done in NFL history, but some way, somehow, it's all about the teams that we played. Okay, cool. What do you say about the whole sack situation?
You just play by your schedule. Like, who gives a damn what anybody thinks? Like, you're in the tournament. You're in the big dance because of, dude, like, I can care less if you play a sorry squad that's probably going to get the number 1 pick. I can care less what, dude, like, you play the Texans. Who cares? You guys won, right? You didn't lose.
Exactly, man. Yo, this is the NFL, man. It's hard to win games. Hard to win games. I mean, last time I checked, this ain't no Division 1, no high school. This is the NFL. A win is a win.
It's hard to do.
This ain't no college. You do not get what? Style points. In college, it's all about how bad you beat a team. You move up in the ranking, blah, blah, blah. This is NFL. Yo, you win. You 1-0, you 2-0, you 3-0. Who cares if you play the same team for 18 weeks? That's how you want schedule.
You're not going to win every game pretty, okay? It's going to be one of those gritty games, and I get it, okay? Like, oh, dude, Las Vegas, okay. We didn't have film on this kid, Jarrett Stidham. So it's hard to prepare for a quarterback with no film, and we still won. So when you guys played the Colts, right, it wasn't a pretty game, but you guys still won. The Texans, dude, I can care less if you guys beat a Boy Scout team. You're here.
Absolutely. We are here, and that's what matters. We both are 60 minutes away. We're 60 minutes away from being in the Super Bowl. Who is it going to be? We don't know. But let's go position by position first. We'll save the quarterback for last. But the first thing I want to go over is within the trenches, man. My defensive line versus your defensive line. In your opinion, who has the edge? You're just the defensive line on both sides.
You guys have a lot of guys that can get to the quarterback, so it's hard for me to even say that. But I'm going to have to go with you guys as far as a collectively. You guys have dogs, and realistically, it takes an entire team collectively. So the Eagles have you just said, they have 4 players with double-digit sacks, and you guys have some nice players in between. So that's going to be the edge, which is fine. It's fine with me to even acknowledge that.
All right, so let's talk about Bosa then, because it's been rumored that Bosa, once he don't play every snaps, he gets tired, blah blah blah. But I heard that his backup got arrested, whatever. You know what I mean? So how is that going to work out? Is he going to be able to play on Sunday? Like, how do you know about that one player? You know that whatever happened. What happened to him?
Well, Bosa is just a wrecking crew, bro. He's just a defensive player of the year type of candidate, dude. Like, try to keep him as fresh as you can. But as far as Charles Omenihu, like you just talking about, I just looked up the article. I read what was going on. And according to what I heard, this can be like another BS type of storyline. I mean, BS type of, not BS storyline, but kind of like a BS where a chick makes up some dumb stories and then, you know how stuff is. You got to see the side of the story a little bit. You know, I don't condone the actions, but it looks like he's still going to play. Shanahan even confirmed that he is going to expect to play either way. So we got to trust the process. But as of right now, he's already been practicing. Like, they're practicing him limited right now.
So on the defensive line, do y'all have enough rotational piece to keep these guys fresh, especially going against a Philadelphia Eagles run offense that's like number 2 in the league and constantly run. Last week we ran the ball 44 times, 268 yards. I'm not saying that we're going to get 268 yards, but the whole point is to control the clock. So do y'all have enough rotational pieces on that defensive line to be able to, withstand the pounding that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be running the ball?
Like, as far as like the talent wise, we are built to stop the run. So I believe we could, because you guys have did your job, bro. We are like, I think we're number 1 or number 2 against the run, bro. We're stout. Like, we haven't given up a 100-yard rusher for quite a while. So I think we're up for the challenge and the rotation. They're very capable guys who can step in. They don't put on the sack flashy stats, but they're the kind of guys that are going to do the dirty work. Like, you got Armstead. Armstead doesn't put up the flashy stats. I mean, you look at guys like Kevin Givens, not a big name, but a good run stopper. Omenihu, like you just said, not a big name either, but he does the dirty work too. And you got, Jordan Willis, a guy we get off the rotation, bro. This guy doesn't put out the flashy, but he gets the job done, bro. I believe as far as like, if we were going to compare between the run stop, I'll pick my Niners on the run stop over you guys any day of the week. But if we're talking pressure and sack stats, I'll give you guys the edge.
Okay, so both says that we have more depth than Philly on the defensive line.
But on the we're built to stop the run more. If I'm being honest with you, like as far as
depth pieces besides your start, if you take out your starting, 4, on that defensive line, who's your next starting 4, and could they be as effective as your starting 4? Because we have a whole starting 4 that literally could come in the game, like Milton Williams. He got 4.5 sacks. Patrick Cox got 7 sacks. I mean, we still got guys at the Yang that can come in. Sue, Joseph, like those guys. But I didn't even mention them yet. So I don't see how y'all have more depth. But I don't know your defense like that. So enlighten me. Like, who are your depth pieces? Because I think that both teams are going to really need to dig in their tool bag to stop the run, and that's going to require some little blitz every now and then.
Yeah, definitely agree with what you said. Like, okay, so if we're looking at the backups, all right, so for the defensive end, we have Drake Jackson, the rookie from UFC. He's a guy that can step in. On the other D tackle, we got this one guy we just picked up from the Vikings named T.Y. McGill, very capable guy. Kevin Givens on the other backup side, on the other D tackle. So on the D end, we got Charles Omenihu. I mean, there's a good amount of depth pieces. We got Kerry Hyder on the other side, Jordan Willis, and Kinlaw. You know, Kinlaw's kind of like he's been rotating. He's not been a full-time
He
starter.
Starter? Kinlaw?
Nah, they've been using him limited at times.
Oh, that's Greenlaw. Wait. Y'all got Kinlaw and Greenlaw?
Greenlaw's the linebacker.
Yeah, okay.
But the difference between you guys are built to get to the quarterback. We're built to stop the run.
But see, that kind of changed a little bit because look, the Philadelphia Eagles, out of all the teams with flaws throughout the season, I feel like that they were that one team that actually did not wait to the playoff, for other people to start exposing their flaws. We had issues with stopping the run. We went out and got Sue and Linval Joseph. So as far as the depth pieces go, we got a Brendan Graham, Fletcher Cox, right? Hargrave Sweat, right? And then we got Jordan Davis, Linval Joseph, Sue, Milton Williams, Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn, we gave up a 4th-round draft pick for him, and I'm telling you right now, we only need him for a couple, plays, couple big plays. Hassan Reddick, he even played mostly edge and anything. So we got like 9-10 deep as far as on that line goes. That's constantly fresh. And that's why we are, we got better since we acquired Sue and Linval Joseph because Cox is not playing, the early rundowns, right? And now he's fresh to go to 3rd down and 4th down conversions. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how that match up.
Yeah, it will be. And like I said, you guys have a really talented D-line as far as I'm concerned. That's where I'm giving you guys the edge on the talent-wise. But
okay.
We'll see how you guys do on the run. But like I said, this D-line is built to stop the run.
All right. So we all agree, maybe in the chat, we all agree that the Philadelphia Eagles have the better defensive line. Now let's go the opposite. Let's go to the offensive line. Who got the better offensive line?
If you got a center named Jake Brendel, you're not qualified. Sorry, the Niners line, you're not qualified. The center is trash, and you got Mike Lynchy. I'm sorry, the Eagles have a better offensive lineman. Do I have to keep it a buck with everybody? Jake Brendel, I hope you're gone next year, dude. You're trash. Same with McGlinchey. Go stay in Philadelphia, man, please.
All right, real quick. So if your offensive line, according to you, is trash, how in the world are you going to stop this pass rushing defensive line that's coming at you?
The difference is, those two lines are trash, but we got one of the best tackles in Trent Williams, and Aaron Banks is no scrub. I like my boy Spencer Burford, who I had on my show. He's already making a name for himself. So I like the 3 guys. I just don't like the other 2 guys that are not doing their job. But like I said, I'm going to give the edge to the Eagles because you guys have a really good offensive line.
All right. And I'm still going to give my guys some props. As far as the offensive line, we have 3 Pro Bowls and 2 alternates. So basically 5 Pro Bowls. We have 5 Pro Bowls on that offensive line. Everybody made it. You made it. You an alternate. So I do agree with that. The Philadelphia Eagles do have the best offensive line between these 2. So now let's go to the linebacker.
Linebackers, my Niners. You look at the entire guys we got on the roster. We got Fred Warner, one of the best linebackers in the league, in my opinion. I know there's other better ones. Then you got my boy Dre Greenlaw and Azeez Al-Shaair. Those guys are hitters, bro. The Eagles, what is it? TJ Edwards and forget the other guy's name.
Akaje White.
Nakobe
Dean. No, Hassan Reddick / in. So and you could throw him back there, but he played more in 90% of the time. But sure.
Yeah, no disrespect, but I'm giving the edge to my Niners on this one, man.
I completely agree with you. You know what I mean? I feel like that the 49ers do have the best linebacker in football in Fred Warner. I love that dude, man. He's a beast. He is a tackle machine. He'll cover. Hey, you saw him cover CeeDee Lamb running down the middle. Yeah. He's a very, very, very talented, smart, highest paid, I believe, linebacker in the league. And he earned every dime. So I would definitely give y'all the edge at the linebacker position. So, and that's where I think that helps y'all with the run because y'all linebackers they are not afraid to stick their nose and like meet the running back at the line, not wait till he get 5 yards, or 2, 3 yards. They are looking for that running back and they are beat feet right to that running back. So I definitely give y'all the edge, and that's why y'all probably better in stopping the run than we are because we're more content if our front four got to help stop the run, and then everybody got to try, But y'all don't need everybody. Y'all just need those two linebackers that y'all got. Is Greenlaw a Pro Bowl?
Nah, he was snub. The guy should have been in the Pro Bowl, and I feel like he's got some fuel. He's motivated, man. He was leading the team in tackles.
Okay. All right. So now let's go with the DB position. And like about DB, let's throw in the secondary. You know what I mean? Your corners and your safeties in there also.
As far as your talent, okay, so if I'm going by how I see it, okay, the Eagles have a good cornerback. That's where the edge comes in. I'll give you guys the edge on corner. Safety, man, it's kind of a toss-up. Like, our secondaries, they capitalize on turnovers. So if I had to choose, okay, based by number-wise, I think you guys are really good against the pass. So
yeah, number one.
But I like somebody who's an opportunist. So this may sound a little flack, but I'm going to definitely give it to my boys. They take the ball. You guys do good against the pass. I'll give you guys that.
Look, the Philadelphia Eagles are number one, and in the pass. Like, we don't allow quarterbacks to throw more than 175 a game. You know what I mean? A lot of these teams, yes, you might have one or two games there where like Dak Prescott, he throws for 300, or Aaron Rodgers. But collectively, the whole season, we've been very, very good, and that's why a lot of our sacks is cover sacks, right? Because there's nowhere to throw the ball. Like Chauncey CJ, before he got hurt, right? He was our safety. This dude was leading the league in interceptions. 6 interceptions. He came back from injury, missed 5 games. He's still tied with 6 interceptions. So, so we went from him being at safety, and now he's playing our nickel, his original spot. He never played safety before, by the way, but we plugged him into safety, and he was leading the league in interceptions. Now because of the injury issue with Maddox, and now we put him at the nickel. Bradbury, all pro, big play slate, Pro Bowler. Our safety position, we got a rookie back there, Blankenship. He's been playing pretty solid. So that's why now, even if Maddox come back, I feel like that we might just leave him back there and just have somebody either, in and out with Chauncey, him and Chauncey might go back and forth. But I do give the edge to us. I really do. There's no way you could be number one in, a passing defense and not get the edge. Yes, turnovers are great. And we're tied for, we had 15 interceptions overall. So it's not like we've been slacking in the, interception area. So I don't know.
Well, okay. This is a bend don't break type of pass defense. Like, you may get some of your yards, okay? You'll get some of your yards, but you tried to test our secondary. Like, look at the entire guys who capitalize. Like, okay, I'm not a big fan of Jimmy Ward by any means, but he has 3 interceptions on his direction. Toledo Hufanga, the guy selected to the Pro Bowl with 4 interceptions. There's this guy named Tashawn Gibson who we just picked up in the offseason, has 5 interceptions with Diamond Lenore, the last 2 games, they picked on this guy. 2 interceptions. So yes, I would say, as far as like a pass defense, you guys are definitely up there, but I'm going by the turnovers, bro. You can give up the yards. Second half, that's where it gets harder for the opposing offense to score, dude. We'll capitalize. That's why it was 50-50 for me to even pick between the secondary, but I'm going by, like, you just went by the numbers of what your D line did. That's why I gave you guys the edge on the D line, but secondary, I like opportunists.
Yeah, but they're also subject to getting burnt too, right? Or no?
You'll have, dude. It's a bend don't break type of pass defense. Like, dude, I don't know why it's like that. I get it, like the little coverage at times, but they make up for that.
Yes, Kenneth. Yeah, he did have an 18 sacks last season, and this year he got like one. So, yeah. But hopefully he get 2 and 3 on Mr. Brock Purdy this upcoming Sunday. So we're still holding on. Come on, Quinn. We gave up a 4th round pick for you. We are still holding on that he could come through. At least one good play. Either in the Super Bowl or NFC Championship, a strip sack fumble, something. Come on, Quinn, wake up.
Yeah. You know how many sacks the Cowboys had in that game against the Niners?
2.
Just 2. They had more sacks before. They were actually like in the top 5 in sacks too, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, but the Cowboys been going downhill the past 8 weeks in sacks. Like literally 8 weeks in sacks. They've been like going downhill completely. The Eagles were 2 sacks away from tying the NFL record. It was 72. We was 2 sacks away. You know what I mean? So this is a different defensive line. And that's why I'm saying that this is going to be something that Brock Purdy have never seen before. Because on the Dallas Cowboys, all y'all had to worry about was Micah Parsons and sometimes D-Law. You know what I mean? Because he's the one that got 2 sacks, I think. Either him or then somebody else.
They had that kid Armstrong. They had some dogs too, but it doesn't compare to the Eagles. But like I'm impressed with Brock Purdy, man. Like he handled a pretty good D-line. I mean, I think it's going to give us a good look with the Eagles. They got more dogs compared to the Cowboys, but at least he was able to avoid a few sacks here and there.
All right. So you are the defensive coach. Who are you putting on AJ Brown and Devontae Smith? Who's covering who?
I mean, I would want to put Travarius Ward on AJ Brown because of the matchup wise. He can get under the guy's head a little bit, and he'll have his moments. But I've seen Devontae Smith actually match up with Lenore. I know Lenore has his moments, but he's kind of like shown that if you pick on him, you're going to pay for it. So if you look at the stat wise, okay, we're talking about the yards given up.
Yeah.
So the number 1 receiver, they had their field day. What happened to those number 2 receivers? Tyler Lockett, 4 catches, 16 yards, and an interception from Lenore. People were calling him the weakest link, and he's kind of made those other teams pay. Michael Gallup, the number 2 receiver they picked over Amari Cooper. How many catches did that guy get?
Stop it,
None.
bro. Stop it,
None.
bro. Hey, did you say Michael Gallup? Hey, this is Devontae Smith, 1,100 yards. AJ Brown, 1,400 yards. Yo, this dude, both of them should have been in the Pro Bowl. Yo, you got 2 number 1s. There is no number 2 on the Philadelphia Eagles. We got 2 number 1 wide receivers. So do not compare Gallup or Lockett. Don't compare these guys to Devontae Smith, man.
No. But I'm comparing like the number 2 difference. You get those yards out of the number 1, but did you see how those number 2 are? Like Lockett should be a number 1 also. I mean, Lockett's no scrub. But man,
Lockett is a great number 2 on a lot of teams, but a number 1, the guy that they just throw him and then he gonna get his. Now his good speed, he's a speedster, but man, I don't know, man. Yo, who would you pick? A Devontae Smith or Tyler Lockett?
Man, like I know with Lockett, I'm getting consistency, but Devontae Smith, man, he get the big play abilities, but man, I'm a big fan of Lockett. I like Lockett. No,
oh my God! Come on, CG.
I hated the guy for years, but I can't deny the fact the guy's a baller. But yeah, Devontae Smith, I like his big playability, bro. But I've always said it from the Seattle fans. I do like Lockett. He's a beast, bro. But nobody gives him enough credit. But Devontae Smith, okay, I'll get the big play. Devontae Smith, I'm going to get the big yards and those big chunk of plays. But I need a number 1 receiver to make it easy for him. I can count on Lockett.
What? You see, I don't think you watch the Eagles a lot, huh?
No, I've seen Devontae Smith.
Hey, by the time y'all wake up, the game's already over because, y'all on the West Coast. I mean, we play 1 o'clock a lot. So you probably on your neck, just still sleeping. But the Philadelphia Eagles, man, Devontae Smith, this dude, I call him toe tap king, the sideline king, the insane catches he made, like through the middle. He's not our deep threat. He's not. Quez Watkins is our deep threat. So Devontae Smith is all over the place. Middle and quick slant. A wide receiver screen, the bubble screen. Both of them are number one. So you got Ward on AJ because he's bigger, he's more physical, he's more aggressive.
Yeah. And Norris kind of like showed his little sign against like Devontae Smith. But I think if I remember correctly, this was before you even had AJ Brown. So yeah, Devontae was your go-to receiver, and he didn't have much of a factor. I think it was Quez Watkins who did.
Okay. Yeah, I like this right here. RSR is like Niner scheme is run left, run right, run inside, and get the ball out fast. Short inside passes, inside the numbers. They sneak out Kittle up the middle and CK down the You know what? And that's a perfect way to describe the Niners, offense. They're not they're not a big strike team. You know what I mean? They are slowly will run you. Once in a while, do your little quick run, your little quick throws and stuff like that. So I do agree with that assessment. But I just have a feeling, man. I'm not going to, man. I just have a feeling that this game is really going to be, oh man. All right. Hey, let's continue. All right. Before we go there.
I like the debate, bro. It's cool.
Yeah. That's good. All right. So now, as far as the Eagles side, who would you put on Debo before I tell you who would I put on Debo and who would I put on Ayuk?
Well, I would think you would either want to put Slay out there. He's like your best corner. He would probably match up better, I would think.
On who?
On Debo, Slay.
Interesting. I would put, I'm putting Bradbury on Debo. He's more physical. I mean, he's our more physical type of corner. And he's aggressive. He's not afraid to hand check you a lot. Big play Slay, his finesse. You know what I mean? He's slick with it. So I'll put Ayuk. But don't Ayuk play the slot though?
Ayuk is not a slot. He's like a number two.
Who's your slot?
Juwan Jennings. Like he is like, that's going to be against Maddox, right? Isn't Maddox your slot corner?
No, Chauncey Gardner.
Oh, Chauncey Gardner
against DJ. Yeah,
perfect. Two of the physical guys match up, right? Because Jennings is physical, and I think
Chauncey is very physical. Yeah, he's handsy too. Like he's not afraid
too. He caused some penalties with the Saints a while back. I remember that dude. He was trying to cause a penalty with Kittle.
Yeah. So now you got Chauncey on Jennings, a big play Slay on Ayuk, and Debo, Bradbury, line them up. I mean, that's how I like it, and I want to see that matchup right there. But my biggest problem is who you putting on Kittle. Well, no, who you putting on Goddard, and I'm going to tell you who I'm putting on Kittle.
Who would I put on Goddard? You would have to put at least somebody like Jimmy Ward's kind of shown that he can like hold up the coverage against tight ends at times. So I would take my trust on Jimmy Ward because he's done it all. He plays nickel, but he could cover into the tight end. I've seen him done it before. So I would either let him or Fred Warner, one or the other, but I'll have to go with Jimmy Ward because of his instincts.
Okay. Well, look, I'm putting two people on Kittle. I'm not lying. I'm putting one underneath. You remember last season when the Philadelphia Eagles played y'all? Like we contained Kittle, man. Like he didn't have no more than like 40, 50 yards, if that, because we had Maddox shadowing him, but then we still had somebody underneath. So I would go with the same formula, like have somebody underneath and have a safety over the top. So he'll be okay to like jump the route underneath. But definitely, man, that is gonna be the biggest mismatch, in my opinion. It's not gonna be Debo and Bradbury or Slay and Ayuk, or it's gonna be Kittle on whoever we put on him. And I think because your linebackers are a little bit better than ours, then y'all might have an easier with Goddard. So now that's gonna leave room open for Smith and AJ Brown because those one-on-one coverage. You're not covering Goddard one-on-one. like, man, you just not covered because this dude before he got hurt, he was leading the NFL in yak, and he still lead the NFL in yak and missed 4 or 5 games. So he is that guy, like a big physical guy like Kittle, but Kittle have more experience. He's been in the league a little bit longer, a little like like that. Look, let me hit my head. Hey, let me take my helmet off. Hey, bring it and like, all blood running down. That's not Goddard. You know what I mean? Yo, he's still physical. I love Goddard. But I feel like you still gonna have to kind of have a man underneath because he's gonna kill you. He's gonna what? This might be his coming out party if you do not have Fred Warner on Goddard. I'm putting Warner on Goddard.
Yeah, that's what I was even saying. Between Warner and Ward, those are kind of obvious choice to put their tight ends. They usually put them on their tight ends at times, but sometimes Ward has to be flipped around. He'll either have to cover the slot receiver or sometimes he'll even have to cover that tight end. So Warner's always that guy that's going to cover a tight end most of the time. But if I need a situation to where if Warner's going to blitz and we have a chance to cover in Goddard, this is where Jimmy Ward can just cut in and just try to like deflect the pass or something, or even try to make it hard for Goddard to catch it. So those are kind of interesting matchups.
All right. John, Debo gonna run crazy Sunday. Expect big games from Debo. Okay. Maddox playing. I'm not sure if he's playing yet. So the final injury report will be released tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting matchup for sure. Absolutely. CJ, the only safety in the picks. The 49ers, number one takeaway. So it's going to be a fun matchup.
It's going to be a dogfight.
It's going to be a dogfight. You know what I mean? But the only thing the only way I can see this game being one-sided is that the nerves catch up to Brock the first, because just like the Cowboys game, right? Just like the Seahawks game, the first 5-10 minutes, the first 5 minutes of that game, you could see that he was kind of either trying to do too much or nervous. If I saw it, I'm pretty sure y'all saw it, and they even talked about it. So I feel like at the link, this is his first playoff game on the road. Ask Kirk Cousins how that sounds like. Ask, Daniel Jones how that sounds like. Ask, Matt Ryan how that sounds like coming to the link. And those are experienced quarterbacks. So talk to me about that.
Okay. Are we talking first half? Because that's all we've seen from Brock Purdy is those first half little jitteries that everybody was talking about. But
the Eagles jump on teams in the first half. That's why the second half we barely had to, worry about them running on us. And that's how quarterback be throwing on us because they got to throw to get in the game. So that's the thing I'm saying.
You may have your first half, but second half we come swinging.
What?
We come swinging in the second.
Do not give the Eagles the first half. Do not give the Eagles the first half. You saw what happened to the Giants the first half, 28-0. It was over. It was over. Look. Hey, Rock, throw in the towel. Yo, they had to throw the towel to the Giants, man. Yo, they had to throw in the towel.
It's going to be a close game, but like you guys are saying, yeah, we're not quite a first half team, but second half, I don't know what it is. It's something with that little juice that we get ready for. I mean, probably just shake off the rust a little bit. I don't know what it is about this second half Niners team. We don't seem to show it in the first half, but if we make it a close game, if we make it a very close game, let's say hypothetically you guys are up by 3 on halftime. This is where the Niners flip the page. We stick with the formula. But if you guys have a blowout lead and for whatever reason, that's where you guys have your advantage because we won't run the ball. We would have to force to pass the ball. There's a difference. You guys had dominated the Giants, and they were able to run the ball pretty well, but they couldn't do that because they had to play catch up. You guys definitely did your job.
Man, they had 140-yard run. Like they were in the ball for like 110 yards. 141. Saquon Barkley, big run. That was it. Besides that, it was 3 yards there, 3 yards there, and that's why they had to, try to throw the second half. So the whole thing is, I'm saying, if you give the Eagles a first half lead, the Philadelphia Eagles jump on teams in the second quarter and they never look back. I understand that you say, hey, y'all second half team, but this is a different environment. This is a different beast. Like this is a different place, environment, a territory. I mean, So you think that Brock Purdy could throw you if you're down by, let's just say, 14 at half. So you think that he could throw you back into the game without making a mistake, getting an interception, or if he had time, according to you, your offensive line is buns. So if you have, besides Trent Williams, besides that, everybody else is suspect. So you think he can do that?
Well, that's the question we all want to find out, man. That hasn't been answered. So I can't give you that answer until we find out Sunday because he hasn't shown that in the game yet. Like, okay, the Raiders, but that's the Raiders. I don't know. That's a good question. So I have to say it's pretty much like I can't answer that question because I haven't seen it.
All right. So Paul got something for you here. I think he's disappointed with you giving the Eagles the edge on the offensive line.
Well, I thought the offensive line's a lot better than what I've seen on the dude. Like, okay, like I had to give the edge to the Eagles line. At least they could hold on their own, bro. I mean, come on. Do I have to be too biased about it? If you have a center named freaking Jake Brendo, then something's wrong with you. Mike McGlinchey, come on, man. Come on. Do I have to give a flowers to poor Brendo because he blocked me on freaking Twitter? The guy's soft as tissues. I mean, Mike McGlinchey, you got ragdolled by Micah Parson, bro. Come on.
Oh, soft. Man. I like it. KO Sports Talk. Y'all better watch out next year when Justin Fields get a freaking team. NFC will be bend the knee to Chicago Bears. Hey, what's going on in these sports?
A lot of those guys, like the Rams and that Bears fan, they're one of those followers that come on my channel.
Okay.
They're good
all
people.
Right. All right. So where we at? All right. So now let's get into the quarterback who has the advantage.
Jalen Hurts, more experience, more proven. What else do I need to put? Like Purdy only had 7 games, so I can't just go into the homer list and say, "Oh, Brock Purdy." No. If we're going by experience and the advantage, it's got to be Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I do agree. And yeah, I mean, look, all pro, right? Yeah. Hey, Jalen Hurts is an all pro. He was leading, more experience. And last year, he know how it is to get his head busted in the playoffs, right? And that's what made him go, into the offseason and work his butt off with Tom House, with Tom Brady, you know what I mean? And that's what you see, on the field right now, him putting in that work, getting that L. But I do think that this game is going to come down to the play of the quarterback. I really, really do think so. I mean, do you, or is it going to come down to something else?
We'll find out Sunday. Like, it could come down to the quarterback position, or it can come down to who wants it more. We'll see. Like, it can go either way, the running game or the quarterback. It's one or the other. So it's going to have to come down to it. I want to see how this kid Purdy is made of in this type of environment. Like you just
said. You really want to see. I can tell that you are so hyped to see if Purdy could handle the pressure more than anything.
Absolutely. I want to see how this kid's made of. This is the toughest environment. This is the toughest place to play at. So good luck, kid. I'm root for you, bro. But I got to give the edge to Jalen Hurts. It's just.
Look, according to Debo, y'all place is louder, man. You know what I mean? So it's all good. So he should be okay.
We're used to the road, but we've been playing it at home lately, so it's kind of been too comfortable. But now we're going back to the East, so it's going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be a dogfight. David, I know, man. Come on, man. I'm friendly with all fan base, but hey, man, everybody has an opinion to believe what they want to believe, man. Like, see, I gave the edge to my secondary because of the opportunists, and yeah, we give up some plays, but look at the difference. The D line of his, they may give up some runs, but they do get the quarterback.
But Purdy is playing one-dimensional and non-dynamic.
I don't know. We haven't seen, like, they've tried. Like, a lot of opposing defense have tried to figure him out. I don't know, bro. Like, it's just kind of hard to figure him out. I don't know. This might be the game. This might not. We don't know.
Yeah. All right. So now, hey, let's go to your coaching. I mean, how do you feel like Your defensive coach and your offensive coach. I mean, congrats by the way. I think that your head coach is one of the finalists for coach of the year. So congrats to you on that. That nice trophy he might have. So yeah, let's get the coaching. Who has the advantage in the coaching area?
Okay, Kyle Shanahan. Very good. He's been there and done it before, so he knows what it's like. I mean, Sirianni, he got last year experience that's under his belt, but who has the most experience and knows what it takes? I got to go with Shanahan. But if we're going by defensive coordinator versus your OC, who's your OC? I haven't kept track of your team with
Who's Shane Steichen?
I don't like that matchup. D'Amico Ryans, bro. I got to go D'Amico Ryans all day. Kyle versus
DC. Jonathan Gannon is our DC, and Shane Steichen is our OC.
So Shanahan versus Gannon. I gotta go Shanahan all day. So I gotta say coaching edge Niners.
Well, it's got to be head coach, man. Shanahan is a head coach. You know what I mean? So, but he does call plays, right?
Yeah, he's mostly taking all the play calls, dude. Like there's no OC on the title. It's only him running the play calls.
Look, I'm going to get the Niners of the nod because, wait, wasn't y'all in Super Bowl a couple years ago, like a few years ago with Shanahan?
2019, and then last year we were there against the Rams in the conference. We got the most experience. I know you guys were there last year. Maybe that's a build of confidence. We'll see.
Now, we barely got in the door last year. The wild card round, the Bucks kind of did a number on us. I mean, which was a blessing in the skies, man, honest truth, man, because, Harry Roseman went out and he said, hey, this is not going to happen again. And he went out and got Hassan Reddick, A.J. Brown, Kaiser White, James Bradbury, Chauncey Gardner, and all those guys that he got, like Pro Bowls, all pros. I mean, he hit the home run. You know what I mean? Like the only one that didn't get the knock for anything was Kaiser White. But all those guys that he got in the offseason, in the draft, and stuff like that, I mean, just a home run hitter, man, overall. So that's why and that's what I asked you, because Trey Lance is coming back. You know what I mean? Well, Jimmy G, I think, is gone. You know what I mean? But Trey Lance is coming back. If Brock Purdy take you to the Super Bowl, something that Trey Lance haven't even won you 5 games. You know what I mean? This dude, he won you a wild card. He won you a divisional game. He won you an NFC championship game. He take you to the Super Bowl. What are you doing with Trey Lance? I mean, because to me, that's not a quarterback competition. I'm not going to give, what I mean? Like, you're not the Eagles, right? The Eagles literally had paid their quarterback like 4 years, $130-something million. Y'all haven't paid anybody yet. And to be in this situation, I don't know.
See, the good question you just said, if he gets to the Super Bowl, is that even a question? I think he made a strong case, but I don't take that we just got here and lose. No. You got to win the damn thing. I come from the old school way, the 49er way. This is the standard. It's Super Bowl or nothing, bro. I don't care. I don't care about the success. I've seen Kaepernick had his success and lost the Super Bowl. I've seen Jimmy Garoppolo lost us the Super Bowl when we should have won. Dude, I don't care about regular season success. I care about winning the Super Bowl. Bottom line, bro, I can care if you threw 100 yards and play a Trent Dilfer type performance as long as you win the damn thing. But as far as Brock Purdy, yeah, he made a strong case. He's making a strong case to even be considered the starter and make the team. He's already locked for the next couple of years. So it's a bargain deal. Yeah, we get a rookie deal. We can build a team around him, and everybody respects him. So that is a strong case. But I'm not going to give a keys to a guy if he were a Super Bowl loser. Nah. Sorry, dude. I don't take that losing mentality. I don't take third place. I don't take second place. I take first place mentality. So, yeah, I'm an old school Niner. I am not capable. I'm not accustomed to losing.
Yeah, I like Niner Empire, man. Like, we coming for the Eagles, E-Girls on Sunday, trust me. And make sure you tune in throughout the week, because after we beat the 49ers, I need you to pop in the chat and, and talk your trash, you know what I mean? Because we don't run and we don't hide over here. All right, we're not the Cowboys, man, and we do not hide. We on Twitter heavy, we on YouTube heavy, right? So definitely after we beat the Niners, make sure you come in and apologize to the Eagles. All right.
Hey, so what happens if this comes in the other way? Do you take all the heat for this? I mean, hey, I'm going to still be here, bro. So whatever the outcome is, whether I win or not, dude, I can give you guys a chance to say what you want to say. It don't matter. Whatever the outcome is, I don't care. I'm still here.
How many Eagles? MC, CG.
Come on, man. I get it. It's all good, but man, I mean, I get it, man. Like everybody has different opinions, dude, and I get where you're coming from too. Because, dude, you guys are the number 1 seed, and there's a lot of talent there. So, I don't know about homerish, but I think you have a good argument. If I'm being real.
Look. In my opinion, man, both teams are getting disrespected by the media.
Yep.
Maybe in different ways. All right, for the 49ers, hey, y'all coming to the lane as underdog with the rookie at quarterback. That is your only issue. That's your only issue. And nobody talking about y'all defense, your offense, your players, Debo, Kittle. Like your only issue is y'all have a rookie quarterback. That's it. You know what I mean? And y'all get all these awards out the yang, but on the Eagles side, our coach is not even a top 3 finalist for Coach of the Year. He's not even a top 3 finalist for Coach of the Year, and he beat Dable 3 times. Molly walked him last weekend, and Dable is Coach of the Year, but all that happened before the end of the season. Brandon Graham, 11 sacks. He tore his Achilles last year at 33 years old. He come back at 34. Career year, 11 sacks. He's not even considered for comeback player of the year. Not even considered for comeback player of the year.
Good argument there. I mean, coming off an Achilles injury, that was against the Niners too, by the way. So
yes, it was week two, and he was out and gone at 33 years old, and then to grind in the offseason, not even in a conversation. Hassan Reddick, man, this dude had like 9 sacks in 9 games. Like he won the NFC Player of the Month. This dude's unstoppable. He's not even being mentioned for Defense Player of the Year. Like, none at all. So these dudes have a chip on their shoulders now. Don't think because they're the number 1 seed, they're comfortable. Jalen Hurts. Hey, Jalen Hurts, yo, he missed 2 games because of his, he got hurt. He's basically out the MVP conversation, you know what I mean? But, I mean, who knows? You know, I mean, did the writers feel sorry for him and say, you know what, hey, we'll give you all pro because, you're not going with MVP? Who knows? But either way, this whole team, man, yes, they're the number 1 seed, but they are hungry dogs. Like, they are not comfortable at all. This might be Cussy last year, Patrick Cox last year, Brendan Graham last year. I mean, so it might be it. So
yeah, you're making a strong case. Okay, I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, Hassan Reddick, he should have been more of the discussion than Michael Parsons. I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, come on. So you're gonna give Michael Parsons more of the edge? You're gonna give Max Crosby the edge over Reddick? Come on, man. Like, I agree on that part. And Brandon Graham, he should be in the discussion of comeback player of the year. Most players at his age don't play the same with the Achilles heels injuries, bro. They don't even produce the same. Like, an injury like that, you're not going to even play as good as he once was, but he got double-digit sacks, so I agree on that. But here's where we have something to prove. Dre Greenlaw got snubbed in the Pro Bowl. This guy was playing his tail off, bro, consistently. He feels disrespected. I mean, Christian McCaffrey not even voted to the Pro Bowl? Who does that? Like, seriously, I get it. Okay, I get that part, but we have a lot to prove for sure. This can be the opportunity for both teams. Both teams have a lot to feel disrespected. Like you said, Kyle Shanahan's not even getting voted for Coach of the Year at this point. Like you said, Dable's probably getting the discussions, but name a Name a head coach who's overcome adversity with 3 quarterbacks. Their seasons would be over.
Oh, he's going to win it. No, Kyle is going to win it.
You think
he's going to win it for sure?
Yeah, adversity, bro. If you had your 3rd quarterback, your season's over. Most teams would have had their season over, or even their backup. It's hard to have a quarterback position like that these days. But you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, Sanders is a good running back too, but
he's not. No.
He's not like McCoy.
He's not better than C-Mac.
He's not C-Mac better, but he's a solid running back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Sanders had his best year this year. His career year this year was it. And guess what? He's a free agent. Yo, the running backs next year for the free agent market is going to be crazy. Pollard is a free agent. Sanders, Barkley. I think Madison from the Vikings. I think AJ Dillon from the Packers. I mean, it's going to be loaded with talent, but we'll see.
Yeah,
but C-Mac. The only reason why, right? The only reason why he did not get voted into the Pro Bowl is because he changed teams.
Yeah.
He was traded, and he wasn't really having that type of season from the jump. So now, because he went to the 49ers, he started having a good season. So that's the only reason why.
Yeah, and that's another blue chip on their shoulder too. I mean, but Brandon Ayuk, I think he's underrated, and nobody's giving him enough respect. I mean, he's already leading the team in receiving yards. Not everybody's talking too much about him. They're talking too much about Kittle and Debo and Christian McCaffrey. They don't mention much of Ayuk as much that he deserves. Like, he's probably the least talk about, if I'm being real with you.
Yeah. Niner Empire, always podcast. Listen, answer me this. Why Eagles fans talking crazy saying the Eagles going to destroy us easy and we Niners fans are cocky? Stop it. You guys be a sorry Giants team. We are not the Giants. Look, if you see my tweets, if you follow me on Twitter, blah, 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 I've been defending this matchup the whole freaking week, period. Like, from my side of town, I don't really see a lot of Eagle fans, constantly saying, hey, we're going to destroy y'all, blah, blah, blah. I mean, they say it's going to be a great matchup, and we feel confident. We feel confident enough that we are going to win because we are at home. We are at home, and y'all have a rookie quarterback. That's what I've been seeing the whole time. But as you can see right here, if you see my tweet right here, look, man, this is going to be a great matchup. I respect the hell out of the 49ers, but I don't fear them, especially not at the length. I'm fired up for this game. Let's go. All right, so that's my tweet.
So you're not overlooking them. So you're not overlooking them like some of the Eagle fans. I had to call out some of them, but I'm not overlooking you guys too. I said this is going to be the toughest game we faced all season. So they're kind of using that against me. But I said this is going to be a tougher game.
This is the common sense. Look, you are playing in an NFC championship.
Absolutely.
These are the 2 best teams.
2 of the best at the conference. 2 of the best in the conference. This is a dogfight. This is a heavyweight battle. This is winner takes all for the Super Bowl. Like, it doesn't get any better. These 2 teams deserve to be where they're at. So it's like, if it wasn't for the Broncos loss, then we wouldn't have no excuses to go to have this game at Levi's. No. Eagles deserve to be where they're at because they took care of business. Who cares about their damn schedules? Who cares who we play also? Like, we're getting it done. We're here.
But see, another thing with the schedule is who in the NFC did they want Eagles to play? Because the whole NFC was down. We was in the toughest division. The NFC East was the toughest division. Like the Giants, the Cowboys, the Eagles, even at one point the Commanders was all in the playoffs at one point. So who should the Eagles have played in the NFC?
I mean, there's not anybody than the Niners. I mean, the Niners give the Eagles something of a good matchup. I mean, everybody's been talking about it maybe
we can't play off for 17 weeks. Like, we can't play off 17 weeks straight. So that's what I'm saying. So the whole thing about the schedule being blah, 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 it's not our fault. The NFC I was surprised that the Bucks were as bad as they were. The Rams were as bad as they were. The Cardinals were as bad as they were. I was shocked. I'm like, what? So it's any year. Like, I mean, you see this a lot in football. You see from first to worst, from worst to first, a lot. But this, I've never seen the NFC as a whole. As a whole, this bad in the NFC East is the hardest division. It went back to the early 2000s, man. You know, I mean, that's what it went to, way back to early 2000s.
Yeah, you're right about. Oh, hey, Simone.
Love Simone.
Awesome Eagles content creator. I mean, hopefully we can collaborate soon, but hey, she's doing a really good job. So I'm not saying like, I think NFC East is doing spectacular, dude. And they're doing better than the NFC West. They're doing better than most of the conference this year. But the NFC West didn't give the Niners no competition. We were just beating them left to right. But you guys want to blame our schedule. How about you blame the scrub Rams? The Rams are the frauds of the defending champions. The NFL messed up on giving the Rams the Super Bowl. They should have gave it to the Niners. We are the real defending champions, not them. They're the frauds. And I'm telling you, nobody cares about the Rams. Like Seattle, they're a Cinderella rebuilding team that kind of overachieved expectations.
Wait, didn't they lead your division for a while?
Yeah, like there's a lot of fans that overlook, but I'm saying like don't blame our schedule. The NFC West was trash this year, and we just took advantage of it. Like blame the Cardinals for having terrible management. That's why they cleaned house. Blame the Rams for being the frauds. As soon as they started losing key players and all that stuff and injuries, they were exposed. So the NFL messed up on giving the Rams something they should have never had in the first place. And nobody watches the Rams. They watch Lakers. They don't care about the damn Rams or Chargers. They rather have the Raiders in LA.
Look, the Rams, they won the Super Bowl, man. Hey, they bought that Super Bowl. I mean, but
it's a fraud, bro. I'm telling you, it's not like if they were real defending champions, they would have been in the playoffs.
Yeah, but y'all screwed yourself because y'all dropped that interception last year.
Facts, Jaquaski Tart, but you guys gave him a little. I think he was on your squad for a little bit. Yeah, and I don't have nothing against the Eagles. I like the same energy that you guys have for those Cowboys. I hate Cowboys more than anybody in the world. And I think that's what makes us so common. We can be buddies and drink beers and say, hey, we like to see those Cowboys downfall a little bit. You can enjoy that.
Yeah, Niner Empire. I saw a couple Eagle fans say that they would destroy us. I didn't say it was you. All right, look, it's all good. Look, fans talk, man. We don't play. We are not on the field, so we can say whatever we want. I mean, we can say whatever we want. We were going to destroy you. Y'all suck. We're not on the field, man. That's what fans do, man. They buy merchandise. They buy, merchandise, and they cry like Cowboy fans. Yeah, we don't get paid. So it's okay to talk, man.
We just do what we enjoy. We do what we enjoy we show our passion for our football team. We don't get paid to be on the team sideline. I don't get paid like Grant Cohn to be on the damn booth or the locker room. I don't get paid like other guys, we're just fans.
Yeah, look, facts, Jason. Nothing but respect for the Niners. However, your fans have been cocky too. Your fans say Eagles ain't play nobody. Those sacks aren't played it. You take away those 3 team sacks, they would only have 47, which is still more than the whole 49ers got. I didn't get that.
I think it's evenly fair now. I guess you could say it's evenly fair how we play, but we play by our schedule too, so it's hard to say it. Hey, it's okay, bro. It's gonna let the best team win, but hey, I think we can all agree that the Rams are the frauds, bro. They're not even the real Super Bowl champions.
Hey, look, the Rams, the Vikings, and the Cowboys. Biggest frauds in the whole season are those 3 teams.
I mean, you can enjoy your Super Bowl ring, but did you really earn that? No.
Look, it's hard to win a Super Bowl, man.
Exactly.
We won one in 2000. What? February of 2018. If we go back next week after we beat the 49ers, man, we'll have a chance to win 2 rings in 5-6 years. 2 rings, man. That would be amazing. You know what I mean? That'd be amazing.
That would put you away from the one ring wonders category. It would put you in the two. But if we get to the Super Bowl and win, we tie for the most Super Bowl wins, and we break the NFL record for most.
How many would y'all have? What, 6?
We would have 6 and tie with the Patriots, but then we would have the most wins in the playoffs in NFL history with at least one win above the Patriots.
Wait, but don't Tom Brady have like 7, 8 rings?
Yeah, but
rings, right? He got 8. No, he got 7.
He lost to. No, he got one with the Bucks, and he got with Patriots, but it's going to tie for the most rings.
Okay,
and it's going to break the NFL record for most playoff wins for that span because the Niners would have one win above the Patriots or whoever has the most wins in playoff history. So we're both in for history. So the Eagles have a chance. You know, here's the thing. Okay, so let's say hypothetically, if this doesn't happen for my team, I would like to see Andy Reid go against his old team for once. But I'm not saying that I don't want it to happen, but I had to take a perspective and go by how it could be. Like I had to go as an outside looking in. Dude, the Kelsey Bowl, it kind of seems crazy, but I'd like to see Andy Reid get his payback or the Eagles kind of do something about it. But okay, for you, let me ask you that question. Go the opposite route. Like, let's say hypothetically you guys don't go, but what matchup would you like to see the Niners face?
Oh, I want to see, because I love Andy Reid, man. Like, I want him to win as many Super Bowl as possible. So I would like to see Andy Reid, man. I mean, Big Red, man. He did us great in Philly, man. Like, my biggest regret for him, this dude went to back NFC championships, man. You know what I mean? And made it to a Super Bowl one time and lost to the cheating Patriots. And in the following season, they got caught cheating. So we should have won that Super Bowl back in 2004, man. We should have won that. But we got cheated. But yeah, so I want to see Andy Reid versus the 49ers. That would be a good matchup, offense versus defense. But the thing is, whoever come out the NFC is going to win the Super Bowl because they have both. Like, they have both. They have both. Unlike the AFC, it's either offense heavy, bad offensive line over there, but the NFC, it's rounded. You know what I mean? It's the complete package.
Yeah, I even said whoever wins the NFC this year is going to win. But I said, like, you know, we're kind of just flipping around. I know it's something we don't want to see happen, but, you know, we had to look at it differently at times. So,
yeah,
I mean, honestly, this would be kind of an interesting story. You know, think of it: the first pick versus the last pick. The Bengals. Now that I don't know, but then you got Eagles and Bengals too. But it can go either way, bro.
Look, if we play the Bengals, man, there's one thing I'm confident about. All year has been consistent. When nothing else is working, it's our pass rush, man. All year it's been consistent, and if you have a pass rush, anything could happen. Ask Brandon Graham, you know, back and forth in the Super Bowl 2018, back and forth. And that one time, Tom Brady, strip sack, we got the ball back. That's all we needed was that one play. So a good pass rush could literally kind of eliminate your Chase, your Higgins, because you could get there faster. Like, we could get there 1, 2, 3, you're on your back. 1, 2, 3, you're on your back. And then that causes you to throw fast, and guess what? Guys start jumping routes. You know what I mean? So, but definitely, Bengals or Chiefs will beat you, Jason Sports Talk. Thank you very much. I appreciate your confidence. I appreciate your support for the Eagles. See, look, I know how to play this game too. When y'all say, you know, this team is going to beat the Eagles, y'all really want to root for the Eagles. But it's okay. Y'all can't say it because y'all fan them. But it's all good. It's all good.
I don't know how I'm getting suspect as the Eagle, bro. I'm just talking by honest matchups. I mean, what's wrong with being realistic about matchups? Just because I work with a lot of these Eagles content creators behind the scenes does not mean I'm an Eagles fan. Let's clear this shit out. Just because I work with networks with a lot of Eagle fans, does that make me an Eagles fan? Nah, I represent this damn team and nothing else. So I don't
look at the end of the day, right? Yeah. Look, this is how I look at this. At the end of the day, the YouTube community is so small, right? Regardless who you root for, when it's time for us to, you know, collab, hey, we could talk facts, we could bullshit, you know what I mean, with each other. it doesn't really matter. But that don't mean that I'm going to jump sides. Like, look at this. I ain't going anywhere. I'm an Eagles. You know what I mean? I ain't going anywhere. But I could have a decent, a respectful conversation, and speak facts and stats without saying, that makes no sense. I'm a grown ass man. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You're right.
I ain't got time to, but it is what it is. But we are going to get into give me your three keys to victory. If the 49ers will win this game, what are three things that they need to do right? And give me three keys if the Eagles will win this game, what would they have to do right? And then I would do the same thing.
Okay. For the Niners, for three keys to winning the game, it comes down to stopping your guys' running game. Force Jalen Hurts to beat us with his arm. That would be the main key. I like our chances when it comes down to it, but that would be the key, is slow down your running game. Niners try to maintain that same formula. Run the ball consistently. It's going to come a lot more better down the second half. So maybe if you keep this game closer, this is pretty much a favorable matchup at this point. You have to be in a close matchup with the Eagles. You got to be in this game close to even stick with the formula. So that would be the next key. And most of all, try to create some turnovers off of Jalen Hurts or whoever got the ball. Try to create some turnovers. That's the main key. And that's how we can beat the Eagles if we do those three keys. So for the Philadelphia Eagles, this is plain and simple. Try to establish more of your running game. Try to wear out our defense, which has been easier than said and done. Try to force Brock Purdy to beat us. Try to force him. I don't know what he can do at this point, but you guys got to try to force him to beat him with his arm. And for your defense, just try to cover our receivers, man. Try to see if you can stop Debo at this. I mean, try to figure out a game plan how to slow down Kittle. Because if you can't stop him, it's going to be hard to go into this matchup. And either way, I think if the Eagles were to capitalize some turnovers, it's anybody's ball game. So those are three keys how they can do it.
All right, so I'm going to go for the 49ers first. In order for the 49ers to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, one, they have to stick with the run. Our three losses against the Commanders, the Cowboys, and the Saints, they ran the ball 30 plus times. Like the Commanders ran the ball 41 times on us. So you have to be consistent. You have to keep running the ball. Don't give up on the run, because that means that our defense is on the field. You're controlling time of possession. That's one key right there. Number two, go exploit the matchup. Kittle is your mismatch, in my opinion. I think that you should try to get him an tight end screens. Down the middle is a weakness for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to keep it a buck. Down the middle is always like, it's always open. Watch. The middle is always open for the Philadelphia Eagles. So if I can see that, I'm pretty sure my guy, ex-Philadelphia Eagle, D'Amico Ryans, is already licking his chops. Going to Kittle, streaks down the middle because it's open. And number three, y'all have to find a way to protect Brock Purdy. Y'all have to. Because if he is under fire constantly getting on his back, it's going to be a long game. And like you said, you don't know what he's capable of. Like, you never see him get sacked 4 or 5 times or throw a pick or fumble the ball and try to get back in the game. And hostile environment. So that's my three keys. You know what I mean? Run the ball. Don't give up on it real quick. Regardless if you're down by 10, don't give up on the run. Exploit the middle, and that's we protect Purdy. But for us, run the ball. The Eagles ran the ball 44 times, 268 yards. But the thing is, we use all three of our running backs. Y'all got 2. We got 3. Boston Scott, Gainwell, Miles Sanders. Constantly 5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards. I know that y'all average about 4, 5, 6 yards yourselves. So, it's going to be a chess match. Run the ball. Number 2, quick wide receiver screens like they did against the Giants. Depends how far, Ward and Gibson is playing back. So, quick tight end screens, quick wide receiver screens. Don't always try to go deep, and that's when you start baiting them in. that's when you go deep on them. I'm just play that mind game with them. And number 3, get after Mr. Irrelevant. All right, go after Brock. Go after Brock. You had to put him on his back. I mean, every snap he needs to be like about to fall, about to get sacked every time he dropped back. He needs to be worrying about where this rush is coming from. And my bonus is this: disguise your blitz. Like my thing, I would do is cover 0, bring everybody up, right? I mean, besides your DBs, but bring your linebackers up, bring your safeties up. Show me, Purdy, show me you can read what's coming. I want him to read. I want him to start changing all this. I'm going to put pressure on him by playing mind games with him. Cover 0, like 2-3 seconds before the play clock run out. You back everybody up. Now he don't know where it's coming from. Play that mind game with him, especially being on the road, a lot of environment. I see a lot of delayed penalties call happening because he's going to be trying to do too much. So those are my 3 keys, and a bonus one for this upcoming matchup. Did I miss anything?
Nah. So for a bonus for my Niners, just try to make sure to just try to find ways to force turnovers. Try to out physical the Eagles. Try to get a little too physical, even if it gets a little penalized, but at least try to play a little intimidation factor on them.
Yeah. Hey, look, man. Hey, shout out to all y'all that's watching, man. If we still gonna get our score prediction, but if you're still watching, man, shout out to y'all, man. If you are on my channel, man, look, just do me a favor. CG link is in the description, man. He's a cool guy, man. He loves collabing with anybody and everybody, even in the off season, man. Just the football season is over with. That doesn't mean you can't collab in the off season. So I'm definitely going to be working with a lot of different content creators throughout the whole off season. I want to do a 32 team, every content creator from every team this off season. That's my goal. Can I do it? I don't know. I got you on the list already for the 49ers. I got Payo for the Rams. So I do got a few people lined up already. 32 teams, every content creator for this offseason. Just try to keep some football talk going, some draft talk. So, yeah, keep it fresh. So, definitely, man, subscribe to CG's channel. And the same thing for me. My link is in his description also. If you're watching over there, subscribe to my channel, man. Look, at the end of the day, yes, we could be on opposite sides, but look, this is where the YouTube community come and help each other out. We both on the road to 4K. So just support each other, man. And then, hey, maybe one day we'll meet each other at the game and have a beer. Who knows? But for right now, the best thing you can do for us, hit that like button on both platforms and subscribe to both of our channels. But let's go to your score prediction, man.
Score prediction, man. This is gonna be this is for all the marbles for the NFC Championship. So this is the winner takes all. So I know this may sound surprising, but I'm gonna go with how I look at it. It's gonna come down to the fourth quarter. It's gonna be a physical matchup. I don't think it's gonna be a high score game like everybody anticipated to be. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I think it's gonna be a very close game. So the one who makes the less mistakes wins the game. So this is where I'm going to pick easily. All right. So the Eagles, they're going to come into this game with a first half lead, maybe. And the Niners come back in the second half. And this is where it comes down to the final wire. And this is where the Niners pull the upset and win this game. The Niners 24, the Eagles 20.
24-20. So you are going to shut us out in the second half. Interesting. Because, all right, look, this is how I see this going. Jalen Hurts, first play, go to A.J. Brown. Second play, go Dallas Goedert. Third play, Miles Sanders up the middle. The Philadelphia Eagles will be up 7 within 5 minutes in this game. If we get the ball first, whenever we get the ball, we will go down and score 5 minutes. I might push it and say 6 because we love, these long play drives. 5 minutes, 7-0. The Philadelphia Eagles will go into half. 17-6 on the 49ers. Come out the half, getting the ball back because y'all gonna, we're gonna win the toss. We're going to first, so y'all will get the ball first. But we'll come out the third quarter and we're gonna go down and kick a field goal that make it 20-6. Y'all gonna try Brock Purdy. We need you, Brock. Where you at? And then strip sack. Eagles get the ball back. 27-6. And guess what? It's done from there on. I see this game being 31-17, actually. 31-17.
Wow. So
yeah.
This guy's already predicting a blowout, man. See, this is what it is.
It's not going to be a blowout from the jump, though, because once we get a lead, man, because even you don't know if Brock Purdy could throw y'all back into the game. And that's the whole thing. I'm predicting that our pass rush is going to be so dominant that Brock is not going to have time. 3 and outs going to come, 3 and out, 3 and outs. Or a false start, or holding penalty, push y'all back. So it's going to be different things that happen. But ultimately, if we get a lead, we barely blow leads. But so yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
21-24 Niners. Okay. We just have to wait and see because the clock is ticking. Niners are kings at losing in the NFC. Whoa, Howie! Hey, welcome, Howie Roseman.
We've been the most NFC Championship appearances, but we got at least the second most Super Bowl. So let's keep it a buck, man. Like, see these people, like, see.
Oh, look at that! Look! See, he said 31-17 Niners, and then he
flipped it around.
But, yeah. So that's a Niner guy right there.
Hey, Brian Cope, good job on flipping the scoreboard. Maybe that's what's going to happen, but I don't know.
You see?
It's going to be a close game. I'm being real with you. Like, it's going to be a very close game. And Rams fans have no room to talk, man. Come on.
Right, tell them. I said 27-13. Hurts going to have 300 yards, 3 TDs. Rager, Cook, Lenore. Imagine what Brown does. What?
Whoa. Hey, dude. See, this is where he doesn't get it. Like, we give it up maybe about 200 yards passing. So maybe he might have been off his stats a little bit, and Lenore can get a pick 6 at any moment. We'll see.
Yeah. Niners pass defense will get torched. I like it. I like it.
Gio's already predicting like the Packers score. So we're going to run the ball, I guess Gio says.
See, look, another 49ers. Niners 37, Eagles 20. Y'all predicting a blowout, too. That's what I'm talking about. Say it with your chest and mean it.
The Eagles train. Nah, you got no talking. Your season's not even – you're on the couch. The Rams are on the couch. Did you guys go?
Oh, he's a Rams fan?
Hey, didn't you just say the Rams? Didn't you just say the Rams are overrated? Didn't you just say that? Hey, you're the fan.
The Rams went all in, man. I feel bad for the Rams because they don't really have no picks. I mean, like they got some aging players. Man, I don't know, man. Like unless the Rams could, I don't know what the Rams will do from here. Like honest truth, because they went all in last year, and that was it.
That was pretty.
I don't know.
But I think it's definitely going to be whoever wins the NFC, they're going to win the Super Bowl. So I'm just hoping it's this team. I'm hoping it's this team that gets it, but we'll see what happens. Man.
We flying with the bird. We flying with the Eagles. That's what I'm talking about. All right, man. We're about to wrap this up, man. Hey, let them know where they can find you on. And don't you have a live next?
Yeah, like in about an hour away. But yeah, my main channel is my main channel. So CG Ruthless Sports Network, but I've been working behind the scenes on my Niners channel, which has been growing. It's been booming. So CG Ruthless 49ers Talk is another one that I keep exclusively as Niners, and it's been growing from the get-go. Let's see. NFC West Network, we've been working behind the scenes, and we're still trying to look for a Rams content creator, but I trust my boy Mike on the process. He's working behind the scenes, so we're working on different stuff. But that's pretty much. Tweet CG Ruthless 1. Instagram, you just look for me under CG Ruthless. If for whatever reason you'll find me on Facebook, just CG Ruthless. Simple. That's how you can find me on all platforms.
Yeah. And for me, man, definitely hit me up on Twitter, man. This is my Twitter, page right there. JC Sports Talk 24, Weapon X, Brian Dawkins. So definitely, man, I'm on there hard, defending my Philadelphia Eagles and also just showing love to the 49ers. But also on my YouTube channel, JC Sports Talk, man. Like I said, both links for both of our channels are in each other's description. So just make sure y'all click those description. And of course on IG, JC Sports Talk. So it was a blast having you on, man. But like I said, man, we are definitely going to talk throughout the off season and the draft and stuff like that. But man, it was a blast, man, and good luck, man. Like straight up, good luck this Sunday. It's going. Let's put on a show for the fans, man. Let's put on a show for the world to see how our two great football teams, been great all season. Put on a show. Matter of fact, this is the most expensive NFC Championship game since last year. This is more expensive than last year, by the way. This is that is going to be a show.
It's for the trip to the Super Bowl, so it's got to be expensive. Like, dude, it's in the Lincoln Financial Field. I mean,
yes,
it's got to be crazy. You guys haven't been in your conference championship since 2017 or the 2018 playoffs, so it's got to be something.
Yeah, yes, Brandsman of Glass is not our fault. Brandsman of Glass, you're being healthy this year.
No, I mean, I get it, but hey, he's already acknowledging that I'm not like some of those other fans that disappear. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. I'm still here. And a lot of you Philly fans or whoever the fans are, you guys are more than free to give me a lot of heat on it. Doesn't matter. But if we win, I want to see the congratulations or at least the props. But at the end of the day,
yes, sir.
Doesn't matter what happens to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, with that being said, man, we are about to get out of here. And as always, I say go Birds. And what do you say for your 49ers?
Bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's go.
With that, hey, we out.